Okay. Anyone who has patiently been waiting, can we hear it now? Oh, I forgot. I can listen on my phone and see if I can hear myself on my phone. It says, let's see what it says. It says I'm live now. And see if I can hear myself. Okay, I can hear myself on my phone. Ah, Mercury retrograde will soon be over, folks. Yay. Okay. Take 3. It's Margaret Sample coming to you live from the beautiful Niagara region in Ontario, Canada. And wearing my orange t-shirt in support of our Indigenous peoples. Every child does indeed matter. And this is Canada's National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. So I want to acknowledge that and the importance of that. That being said, I come to you today to bring you messages from the fairies using Brian Froud's beautiful Fairies Oracle deck. And I always like to say, if you are seeing this message today, whether it's live or on replay, it's because this is meant for you. So I will get going with this. But what's the other thing I always say? Oh, sometimes I see comments and sometimes I don't see comments. And the way Mercury retrograde is treating me, Leah says she can hear me now. I can see a post. Yay! It only took 3 tries this week to get sound. Oh my goodness. All right. Thanks, Leah, for letting me know. Okay, so I am going to shuffle and see what the message is for us today. Ooh, fairies. Who's going to come forward? How appropriate. It is the Lady of the Harvest. And the Lady of the Harvest is one of the Sidhe, S-I-D-H-E. And the Sidhe are like the lords and ladies, the old ones, the people of the hills in Faery. Difference being lords and ladies in people realm, it tends to be through inheritance, whereas with fairies it's because they have earned the title, earned the respect through what they have done, what they do. They have very strong energies, and they make suggestions to us, requests. Sometimes they don't tell us what to do, because telling people or fairies what to do is like herding cats, right? But it's like they encourage us to become the best we can be, and they have a lot of power that we can access, and hopefully we use it for good, because when we don't, things get really messy. So what's else about the Sidhe? Oh, also when the Sidhe are around, miracles abound. Okay, so this is and it's really neat because the Lady of the Harvest is, her words are sort of completion, grief, loss, at the same time harvest and release. So really appropriate for today. This lady is known in other lands as the old woman or crone. She's also known as that in Faery. You can see she doesn't look that old, but you can tell she's got, breasts that have done their mothering, and now she is moved into the next stage. She helps us to let go of what is finished and to liberate ourselves, to move on or into the next phase in our activities and relationships. The old stuff in our life becomes compost for the new in our life, right? The old poop then fertilizes and we can move forward. The Lady of the Harvest helps us to adapt, to change, and release. Now, we often associate her with loss, regret, and grief, and often we are right to do that. Remembering the basic, stages of grief, right? That's shock, denial, anger, guilt, emotional storms, bargaining, and then eventually acceptance and the beginning of healing, and then the deepening of our capacity for love. If we're fortunate, and if we have some good grief work and healing work, right? The Lady of Harvest understands grief, and she's patient and kind as we go through the often painful process of letting go. So this may well be a time that you need to be patient and kind with yourself. Also, at the same time as it's sometimes hard to let go of things, sometimes it makes us so much lighter and happier when we release them, especially like old traumas, tasks, or stages in our lives that we're glad to have finished. Maybe it's an unhappy relationship or feelings that cause us pain and inhibit our growth. Like all of these things, sometimes they're still difficult to let go of because that's what we're used to. That's what we've grown up and grown around, right? But think of the trees at this time of the year releasing their leaves. There's beauty in release and letting go. Sometimes transition is a time for moving on, and it's a time for celebration. Woohoo! And this lady joyfully celebrates with us, especially harvest. Hey, we're harvesting in, we're reaping our crops, we're bringing it in. But it's also that more preparing for winter, right? Getting out the snuggly blankets, getting out the warm clothes. When we liberate something in ourselves or in the world, we grow to be more like the Lady of the Harvest, developing her capacities of kindness, gentleness, understanding, willingness to release, willingness to accept what is and move forward, healing. When she appears, it's time to accept change and move on to the next phase. There's power and strength in the present when we release the past. We have to recognize it, acknowledge it, own it, and then release it. So it's a time of liberation, right? You might as well cooperate because it is time. It's like you're in the flow, and rather than fight against it, yes, this is where I am. Let me deal with it. Let go of that old stuff. It's inevitable. Change is inevitable. The seasons are inevitable. Release and liberation can be painful or it can be joyful. Quite often it's both, depending on our circumstances. So cry if you need to grieve, cry. Let it out. Don't hold it in. Be joyful if that's appropriate. In either case, trust the process. She's here to say, trust the process. Acknowledge what you feel and prepare to move on. There's no use at all to block that liberating energy of the Lady of the Harvest. Because if we remain in denial, grief cannot heal. Denial of reality or of our feelings, in either case, we need to acknowledge and then move on into healing. It's really appropriate for National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, right? We need to acknowledge what has gone before. And we need to recognize that while you yourself may not have played a part, you yourself is living with the results of what has happened. So acknowledge, grieve, work for change. Let go. Let go of the old stuff holding you back. In some cases, it's self-righteousness. In some cases, it's, and we're moving away from truth and reconciliation. She's saying, be gentle, be kind. I am not harsh. I am not harsh. But I am inevitable. I am cutting like a scythe. I am healing like balm. I will shine a light for you in the darkest night. I will bring color to the dreariest day. Be gentle. Let go. Grieve. Let go. Come to peace. Come to joy. It is well. Whoa, thank you. So this is really cool since I've come back to doing Fairy Fridays. I seem to be able to hear them even more clearly and their voices come through. So cool. Okay, so I think that's everything. And she says to make sure to look at all of the other characters around because, you know, we're never alone. We're never alone. We often feel that we are, or I often feel I'm alone. Sometimes I am, like right now, I'm alone. But we're never really alone. And Leia's saying this card is so meant for me. Yes, it is. It's meant for you. It's meant for all of us right now, right? It's like we are, it's really appropriate, and it is appropriate for you, Leia. I know. I do know that. I just think she's so beautiful and so wise, right? That crone energy, that crone energy, that old woman, beautiful, wise, sage energy. Yeah. So, what did I want to tell you? Oh, the G-Hobia mandated fairy card special is still on at my website. Nice deal there, about half price for an email card reading specifically pulled for you that I tune into. You can still order that. If that special's on until I am told to go back to regular price. So that's there. The other thing I should mention is I've just started doing half-hour tarot readings on Zoom. I haven't done plain tarot cards readings for a long time, and I am loving doing them. And they're so wonderful. They're insightful. They're fun. They're helpful. People, the feedback, I've only been offering them a little while, and like really short while, and but I started doing them before I posted about it, so it's anyway. So people are loving them. So you can go to the website and book one if you're interested. The website is www.margaretsample.com. It's also where you can view all the old Fairy Fridays on the website. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. It is sunny and gorgeous here. Get outside. Get outside. One thing about the She do a lot of their, let's call it fairy magic through dance. And I'm thinking about how cultures all around the world dance to celebrate, to pray, to lift up, right? And so I know there are some powwows happening around the area on this weekend. So if you are able to join in a circle dance, please do. If you are able to see any of the other dances, please do. Oh, Jeanette, thank you so much. Jeanette just wrote, what a wise gem you are. Thank you. It's like, oh, that touches my heart. Thank you so much. And And if you get the chance to dance, dance. I love that song. If you get the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Right? Get out and dance in the sunshine. It's a beautiful day. All right. Love to you all, my darlings. Be well. Bye for now.